Hello, everybody. I hope you are having a fabulous day today. Today, I have a beach modern house build. It's definitely very modern style and very different from what I've ever really done because I don't have anything against modern style. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. But I've never really built in modern style successfully. I've like attempted stuff on my own and never been really happy with how it turned out. And so I thought, want to know something? I was looking up ideas and I saw something. It was a beach house, and I was like, "Oh, a beach house would be awesome!" And I saw this house, and I was like, "Okay, it's kind of based on a house." And I was like, "Oh, I really like this style." And I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna try to do a modern beach house, modern style beach house." And so I really like. I think it turned out really well, and we'll get there. But definitely different from anything I've done before. And so it was definitely a challenge trying to figure out how anything works, because especially roofs, because roofs and I don't necessarily have the greatest relationship in the first place. And so it's a little bit challenging. It was okay, no, it's very challenging. It was very challenging trying to figure out how everything was going to work and what I liked and what I didn't like. And in the end, I ended up going with a lot less roof than I originally planned. But I like it. I really like how it turned out. And while it is a beach house, there's technically no beach. There's a giant pool. I didn't want to use a lake because I wanted the Sims to be able to swim in it because it's a beach. You go swimming in the beach. But it's not a true beach because in The Sims 4 we don't actually have beaches. So it's a beach house on a fake beach that's actually a pool, but it looks like a beach because yeah. So anyway, I decorated like the sides and everything, but there's like one portion of the beach, one side of the beach where I didn't decorate anything at all because in theory it's the beach just keeps going, and the beach doesn't. It's not a circle. Well, it is. Okay. The beach, it does have an end, but it's on another continent normally. But here it ends at the end of the lot. But I wanted to like keep the illusion that it kept going. It wasn't just a lake or something. So there's like an entire side that isn't decorated, but it all works out. I think it gives the illusion for the most part. Sorry, I have an itch under my headphones. Okay. Oh, all right. So here, this might look really, really bad at the moment, but it's because I was trying to figure out what colors to do the exterior, and my two biggest problems with modern housing that I have for myself is figuring out what the roof looks like and figuring out how to color the outside. Because my default is to make everything white and crisp and clean. And that's great, but it gets very boring after a while. And it's like, okay, I need some pop of color. It's not working. And so it takes me a while, but I do figure it out. So, here now, just trying to figure out the layout. I built this on a fairly large lot, and when I built it, like my brain was like, I have plenty of space. But as I went to like build the interior, I realized I honestly didn't leave myself with that much space to do stuff because I wanted to have lots of space and room. I wanted to have big rooms. I didn't want to have small smooshed rooms because one of the things with modern housing is you kind of have big lofty rooms. You don't have like a bed tucked in a corner right next to a dresser and the desk is right across from it and it's only like 3x3. No, you have lots of space. You have like just it's large, and I realized that I had kind of shut myself in a little bit by making it kind of smaller than I originally envisioned. So yeah. Oh, and see, here we have Sarah's third issue with modern housing windows, because I don't necessarily know when either too many windows when there's too. I don't necessarily know when there's too many windows on a house for a modern style, or if there's not enough, or if they should all look more universally the same, or if they should be more different. I don't really know. I kind of struggle with it, but you know. But it's one of those. I really tried to play around with it more and just kind of get it to work. And I think it did. I think it does work pretty well. And that's the other thing. Oh, stone textures. I really like stone textures. In modern housing, they don't necessarily work, and it makes me sad. Sometimes it will. Like the clean brick stuff, that works. But, you know, it's just, maybe it does work. I don't know. If you have suggestions for modern housing, let me know, because I need help, because the thing is, I want it to have like splashes of color. I don't want it to be just beige and brown and white. But I don't know what to do. I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. So, you know. But it has lots of windows. It has interesting styles. It's pretty interesting. It's open. You know, whatever. You know, this definitely has a lot of outdoor spacing. Yeah. Oh, and then what I built that kind of section up top, the balcony area, and then I realized I had this space at the bottom, this square at the bottom that literally had no function other than a massive column, and that I should probably use it as a column or I should use it as something else, because it wasn't like a little column like a 1x1 or something. It was like a 3x3, and I was like, okay, I'm wasting space here. So it ends up turning to more out space and everything. So yeah. And so here what I did with this is I kind of made a dock, like because I wanted to include a stepladder and everything. I did on the pool's beach area. I decided to make it like, let's say it's maybe deep enough that you could have a dock leading out. I don't know. You can't do terrain forming in Sims 4, so you can't do like a gradual slope or anything. So it's just kind of like, rah. But you know, you work with what you got and you hope it works. So I think it works. So, you know. Oh, and here, for some reason, I recorded a couple builds I did a couple builds that day, and for some reason, my brain could not remember how to remove, like how stairs, like the railings and everything, how it worked, how to make how to get rid of some of the floors and make it go through, like, you know, like sometimes you have like large balconies up that you have stairs that lead to the second floor, and it has a balcony area that lets you look down into like the living room, and you can see like there's like a whole half the house that doesn't actually exist. The living room goes up 2 floors, and I was trying not trying to do that here, but I was trying to do a small section of it, and my brain was just like, I can't figure out how to do this. I feel so stupid. And so, you know, I eventually figured it out, but it was just like, I don't know if I did on this one, but I definitely figured it out in a future build. I don't remember if it was this one though. I don't really remember what order I filmed with. Well, no, this was the first. No, not this one, because this was the first one. Like, no, this was the first build I did that day. Nope, it wasn't this one. And so here, I was really kind of the bathroom. Bathrooms, and I need to be more adventurous when it comes to designing bathrooms, aka I need to use different colors. Like I kind of default to either white or a light blue color for bathrooms, and granted, that's nice, it looks pretty, I like it, but I need some more variety. You know, I need to do bolder colors. I do a lot of pastels in bathrooms, not necessarily anywhere else, because I don't really care for pastels anywhere else, which doesn't make any sense. But you know, you kind of have your safety nets, and I feel like I need to do something else, like color wise. I need to venture out more, do something crazy. You know, I don't know. Don't know. Nah. And so here I'm just kind of figuring, I realized that over there I didn't have an efficient way to necessarily get over there. And because at this time I really wasn't sure where the ocean was going to go and how many rocks or how many plants I was going to put out there. So I decided to make it so you could walk out either end, because you have like outdoor area on the right, outdoor area on the left, and on the front you have pool or beach. You have beach. It's a beach. So, yeah. And so here, just doing the kitchen and everything, it was kind of honestly a little bit challenging to do the kitchen and everything, because the bottom floor is all one space. It's very open living, very modern open living. There's not like space. There's not space. There is space, but it's all connected. You don't have like separate areas or anything like that. So, like, you have the kitchen, and it feeds into the dining room, and it feeds into the living room. The only place that's separate is the bathroom, and I think the only reason it's separate is because you have to have it separate. You can't have an open bathroom. That's just no. Unless you're living alone in the forest, They don't care about nothing. Nothing. I was trying to decide if I was going to say nothing or nobody, and nothing come out. Nothing come out. Nothing came out. Pfft, words. But I definitely try to do more like color variety in the downstairs area. I really like that purple, and it actually is kind of included in other objects. So I kind of made like the dining room purple and the kitchen blue, and the living room is kind of brown. I don't remember. Anyway, the living room is the color that the living room is. That's what color it is. But it was definitely not really it was not it was not easy figuring out where everything was going to fit in this build, and to make it still look modern and open and everything. And so one of the things that I did was I used 2 different wall colors, like same pattern, but different colors. Then the darker one I think really works in some areas, but the lighter one is sometimes needed to lighten things up. And I was like, haha. Oh, okay. So when it comes to the rug that I ultimately chose for downstairs, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It's just kind of there. The problem was I didn't like the ones that had the more Victorian the more Victorian style. It didn't fit, and so I kind of was stuck with this because that was the size that I wanted, and I was like, okay, fine. So it's what I ended up having to work with, and so meh. But feel free to change it if you don't like it, get rid of it, that kind of thing. Yeah. And so here I'm using the trick of, if you put like you have the fancier pot, if you put like move objects, some of the plants, they can fit in there, and it looks much better, much cooler, much better. And yeah, I decided to section off the entranceway because I felt like it needed to be a little more sectioned off than just completely open. And plus I thought it added to the aesthetic of modern, because you have like those open partition stairs, and then you have the partition walls and all that. So, I thought it worked. Oh, those lights. I really have come to like those lights. My problem with them is that they don't give off a lot of light, and they don't fit anything. I really wanted them to fit like really small green objects. They don't fit, and I'm super sad about it. But I ended up using it as like a backdrop to kind of where the bar area is, so, it works. So, yeah. But yeah, as you can see, like, there's only like 6 if you technically count the hallway, but like only 5 rooms, and they're all, I wish when I originally started building this, I think my goal was to have like 3 bedroom-esque, well, no, it was to have 2 bedrooms and a study room, like a study room, yeah. But that didn't end up working out. I ended up putting in 2 bedrooms. Okay, it's that dark brown color. Dark brown. It is brown. Okay, I'm not gray, whatever you want to call it. I'm not dumb. Because my brain was going, it's like, it's this color, but I don't know what color it is at the moment. So, whatever. Yeah. So you kind of have the more traditional black. It's not really black, but like grayish brown, It kind of matches the walls. It kind of goes. It's not super loud. Not like the dining room, which is like purple. But, I like it. I really do. Like, I think... I wouldn't go so far as to say it's my favorite room, but I definitely like, it's the most, I think, cohesive room, question mark. So, yeah. But yeah, I think that's pretty much the downstairs, because I didn't want to put a lot in the foyer-esque area where you walk in. Also because you have those massive doors, which was really fun to put in, because I made the walls taller, like the middle height, and I don't normally do that because but I really like how it turned out, and I got to use the fun, huge doors because I felt like it fit. You need a grand entrance into your massive beach house at the beach. So, and then out here, I'm just trying to make it like an area where like you could go to the beach. Like, I wish they had like volleyball nets. That would be perfect. But since they didn't have volleyball, I felt basketball was a close second. I toyed with putting a pool in there, but then I thought, well, okay, you have the entire beach. You're not going to go swim in the pool if you have a beach. At least I wouldn't. I'm like, no. I guess if it was heated, but then again, you're not going to go to the beach house when it's super cold. So and that's more work. It's easier to work with a basketball court. It's like, okay. So I thought something a little bit different. So, and here just kind of turning this into like a little lounge area with like a fireplace and everything, trying to make it, and tried to include like greenery-esque, make it more, not necessarily lived in, but just more, not like somebody's just bought this and bought it right off the market, like somebody's like renovated it or something. I don't know what I was going for. It just worked. So, those lights, I really like those lights. I think they're from Dine Out. I wanted to use more of them, but they ended up really not working with the rest of the room. But I think I used them out here on like the sides of the painting that I put over here. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because they like, I like the colors that they add, and they added a lot of detail. They have a lot of detail on the lights, and I was like, I have to include these. So yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much how that works. But then out here, the little, I always forget that these exist, the little neon light sign things, but I really like them, except I don't think they fit in every build, but I like them, but I forget that they exist. And so I thought I have to include these in here because, like, if you have your own bar, like, a lot of people like have neon lights, and it's like, it's really cool. And I was like, yes, this is necessary. And so, and when it came to, I really wanted to use that massive bar with like the lights on the bottom, but it was just, they need to have that same bar in the 2x1, the smaller bar size, because it's really pretty and it's really cool, but you don't always have room for 4x4 or a massive bar in your own house. And plus it was outside. I didn't want to, like, I wanted to have like outdoor grill space / bar, and also have like actual beach area, not just have the patio area continue on and on forever. I wanted there to definitely be like, this is where the patio is, and this is where you step off onto the beach. So, and don't worry, the beach does come into existence. The grass goes away. So, and it was very interesting because I've never used the beach terrain paint, and it was like, it's a little bit blinding, I'm gonna be honest. So, but yeah. And so here, just kind of, I really need to get spa day, so that way I can get the yoga towels and everything, because right now I just use rugs because it gives the same look. But if you have spa day, definitely feel free to change those and move into the yoga mats, because that would be cool. Yes, here we have the blinding paint. Oh my goodness, that stuff is so blinding. Yeah, I was trying to like, oh yeah, and then I ended up changing it because I didn't like that one. I ended up using the it's the one that's kind of wavy-esque because I liked it better. And so it's like a little less blinding. It's still blinding, but it's not as like yellow blinding. So, But here, I definitely try to do more like exterior decorating, things like that. I didn't, like, it was kind of a struggle because trying to decide what was like too much, too little, things like that. So, because like part of it's like, yeah, you have lots of lush beaches and you have lots of foliage and everything like that, but at the same time, sometimes you have kind of sparse spots, and you'll only have like 2 or 3 palm trees and a little bit of something else, and that'll be it. And it's like, what do I do? And so here I am designing the beach. So, but yeah, I'm really sad that you can't go like all the way to the edge to the pool for the pools, but at the same time I understand, because your Sims have to be able to get out of the pool, and if you put things up to the edge, they would probably never be able to get out of the pool. So, yeah. So, but here, those are kind of to, I guess, soften those plants are there to kind of soften the edge of the pool, because it's an actual pool and not a beach. I'm really sorry. I had a massive yawn. Okay. I'm okay now. Okay. But yeah, and then what I did was I put rocks along the side because it's kind of a beach. It's kind of a cross between like a beach and like a cove, kind of. Because like with coves, you kind of you have rocks on the sides and you have a beach still. It's kind of like that, but at the same time, kind of not. And yeah, 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 yeah. So it all works out. I like it. I really tried to do a lot more detail, like with the rock work. It was kind of a little bit challenging because I've never really done anything like it. But you got to kind of learn and experience things and try new things. So, but yeah, because like here, like after the rocks, I made it so that like I didn't want to include anything else. The beach just kind of. The water just kind of keeps going, even though it really doesn't. Like in your imagination, it just keeps going. So, but yeah, definitely it has an edge. I tried to soften everything. So, and I put like, there's like a kind of area over there where I kind of put like, if like a fountain area, like let's say you added fountains or something, just kind of make it a little different. Because it was getting a little repetitive to put rock, plant, rock, rock, plant. It was like, okay, I need something else. So, yeah. But it was definitely something totally different because I've never done modern style and I've never done beach. And beach is definitely challenging because there's only so many plants that they have that are beach oriented, which is fine because Sims 4 isn't really made for beaches because they don't actually have beaches. But at the same time, so honestly, I kind of want to try to do a like lake build because like beach house and a lake build would kind of be similar but different because it's a lake. But I don't know. I really liked doing this, working with the modern style and the water. I really think they all go together. I can understand why the modern style has really come into existence, especially out in like California and places by water. It just works, like there's some places modern living does not work. Like I'm from Kansas, modern houses does not it rarely works in Kansas. It has to be really good. Most of the time it looks really weird. But like in places like California or like places like mostly and like Florida, things like that, like modern living is like really prevalent there, and I like it. Like it's grown on me. And so here I had a little bit of trouble deciding what to do on the roof and everything, so I ended up going with just a plain white roof because I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care for their roof patterns. They're not as dramatic as I want them to be, and they're not the right colors. It'll say like it's black, but it's actually like a gray, and that doesn't work. And like, especially their colored roofs, it's just, I am displeased. Displeased, I tell you, displeased. So yeah. So here we have, like, for the bathroom, I definitely wanted to include the jet tub, because I thought, like, if you're going to go to a beach house and you're going to own a beach house, you want a nice bathroom. You want a nice tub, because granted you have the beach, but, like, you want someplace to relax, someplace, like, hot suds, hot bubbles. Yeah. So, and I definitely went for more of a black and white scheme in here. I tried to brighten it up with the coral rug. But because, yeah, and like you're on the ocean, it's gonna have some coral stuff. There's honestly not a lot of coral colored items in Sims 4. Like there's teal, but there's not like the pink coral. Or yeah. Sorry, I apologize. I'm just trying to get over allergy stuff, and it just was it's been awful. I could write you a sauna about how awful it is, but I'm not going to, because I care about your sanity. And so here I decided to try a different layout with the bedroom, because the master bedroom, I was trying to decide when I originally decided the layout if I wanted to have like a small master bedroom and kind of split it up, or like have like I was trying for how everything was worked, and I ended up with a massive master bedroom with like this corner that I turned into like a lounge area. But I was just trying to figure out how everything would kind of fit. And then I realized this corner was pretty empty with all the plants, so I just kind of stuck a little study in there. And I think it really worked because it was just enough. It was just a little bit. And then the clocks, I always forget that these exist. I think we need more clocks, more like large modern clocks like this, not necessarily like this one, but not the old traditional style. We need some more modern clocks because they're such a great piece to decorate with. But when you're designing a modern house, with the modern house, there's like one option. And sometimes I want more than one option. And it was at this point that I realized I didn't have a lot of objects that were great for skill building. I just had a beautiful house. And I'm like, yeah, you could just go live here. But in The Sims, you build skills. It's not the real world. It's still The Sims. So I added the study downstairs. I added the bookcase upstairs. And I put the art easel out there because I thought, this would be, if I had the view that this bedroom would have, like looking out at the sea, I would do painting, like photography, painting. I would paint that scene. It would be beautiful. So, it's what I would do. And so then out here, I honestly had no idea what to do out here. And I thought, okay, chess table, because then you can build skill. And then I just kind of made it a little lounge area, along with like some area to grow plants and things like that, and like pots and things. So because I really didn't know what to do, because at that point I'm like, okay, we already have the art easel. I don't need another one. And I thought about putting the disco thing up there, the dance studio and everything, but it really wouldn't have fit. And I'm really glad I didn't try to make it fit. But I was struggling for a little bit. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do up here. So, and there, I really wanted to include those, but one, the roof, and two, they didn't entirely work. They were better options for decorating. Let's just say that. And so then put those really cool lamps and everything out there. I'm definitely trying to do more when it comes to lighting, because I have a tendency to just default to the strobe lighting above, and because it's really bright, it works. But you can definitely decorate with lamps, and it's definitely a feature. Like, it's okay to get rid of the ceiling lights, Sarah. Not all rooms have ceiling lights. Like, I hate it when they don't, but they don't all. Like, at my dad's house, it's technically the formal living room area, but he uses it as a study area. It doesn't have an overhead light. The light switch is connected to lamps and everything. It has a light switch. It just is connected to the plug sockets. And so if you plug a lamp in and you turn on the light, the lamp will turn on. So it's cool, but at the same time, it's real obnoxious. And you don't get very good lighting. Granted, there is a large bay window in there, but it's like, I need more lighting. I need to see. I have glasses for a reason. I'm already half blind. And so here I decided to make this a second bedroom. I had toyed with making this a study, but it's kind of large, and I didn't want to mess with like instruments or anything like that. And I wanted to make this more of a family home than a like couples getaway, even though it more or less turned into more of a couples getaway because you have the double bed, and then in there, I put a double bed. Did I put a double bed in there? Yeah, no, I put a double bed in there. So like, if you have two kids and you're coming on vacation, they can share a bed. It's fine, whatever. So I would do that. I used to do it with my brother. When we would go on trips, we'd have parents' bed, kids' bed. So, and it worked out pretty well. And then, like, we all got too tall, and now it doesn't work anymore. But when we were younger, when the idea of this is to make it a family house. So, it works. And so I definitely made sure to try and put lots of paintings up. But I tried to keep that kind of cool pastel blue, kind of oceany vibe, not like bright, but at the same time not obnoxious. Because sometimes color, like especially in modern painting, things can be really obnoxious and they don't necessarily work with the vibe of the room. And so, like, yeah, I tried to make it work. I think it worked in the end. I really had a hard time figuring out what to do in this room when it came to regarding the rug. So I ended up kind of using, I ended up using carpet with like one of the rugs underneath, don't I? No, do I? I don't remember what I end up doing, but I changed the bed. There was this whole issue with the bed because I wasn't happy with how it turned out, but I didn't necessarily want to use that bed because it's not necessarily a modern style bed. But at the same time, it was the one that had the color that fit the best, because I wanted the light tan on the railing and everything, and the other ones I just didn't like how it wasn't perfect, and I wanted it to be perfect. And, so I ended up going with that bed and the brick texture and everything. I ended up going with the darker color. So it's kind of a weird color combo, but at the same time, it kind of works. So, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So, I fit a rug in here? Maybe I don't. I don't remember. Guys, this was forever ago. I don't remember what I've done, what I haven't done. No, yeah, that one. Did I put that little? Okay. Whatever. Moving on. Different room. So, yeah. But then I had this hallway, and I was trying to decide what to put there, because it's kind of a weird shape for, not a weird shape for a hallway, but the direction of the stairs doesn't lend it any advantages. So, because you have to go up the stairs and walk all the way back the rest of the hallway, and it's like, no. So those shelves, I have really fallen in love with those shelves because they're modern style, and you can kind of make a design with the way the shelves are placed on the wall. They don't have to be just straight up. You can kind of stagger them. Stagger. That's a fun word. So, hello puppy dog. Sorry about that. So here I tried to go a little bit, I guess darker is the vibe that I'm going for, because I went a lot of the house is white and everything, and I felt like it needed some kind of different vibe here. So, but I wanted to keep it, my issue is I do a lot of stuff that my default for bedrooms is kind of blue, and I don't know, maybe it has something to do with that my bedroom's blue, because my bedroom is currently blue. Well, will probably be blue forever. Let's just say it took until I was 16 to actually paint my room, just because I didn't have time and everything. So it took that long. Before that, my room was gray, and not a pretty gray. It was a very boring gray, and I didn't hang anything up on the walls. It was a very sad existence. I didn't have anything on the walls. It was gray, and it was real bad. So then I was like, well, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to live in this house forever. So I'm going to paint my room. So my room is now blue. And then about a year later, I was like, I'm going to put stuff up on the wall. So I put posters up. So I was a late child. So, but yeah, with this build, I definitely tried to play around with shelving layouts and lighting layouts more, and not quite fall back. I tried not to fall back into my old habits, which they're really easy to do, seriously. But at the same time, serious advice, try something different that you do in The Sims. Do a modern style build even though you've never done one. Do more traditional builds if you do mostly modern. Change it up, because then what happens is you can kind of implement things that you've done in the different builds into other builds, or you can just learn new techniques, You learn to keep growing as a creator, builder, architect, designer, whatever you do and enjoy doing in The Sims, or even whatever. So, that's my advice. Serious advice over now. Cut 2. But here, I just definitely tried to do more not separate, but I wanted to have greenery outside that wasn't attached to the out, you have beach greenery that's going to just grow naturally, and I wanted to include parts that were kind of put there by a gardener, or put there by someone who owns the house, things like that. And we're back here trying to figure out the exterior of the house. This is the third or fourth time that I've gone back and tried to figure out where everything is going. I was not happy with how things were working out on the exterior of this build, but I think in the end it all worked out. And so here we have all the screenshots. There's quite a few, just FYI. But yeah, I do really like how this house turned out. It's available to download on the gallery and everything. Feel free to change stuff if you don't like it. I really don't care. It's up to you. Yeah. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I upload new videos at least 3 times a week. And you can follow me on other social media. There are links down below in the description. But yeah, I think I want to try to do more modern builds. Maybe do like a large modern build or something, and more small builds. This was kind of challenging because I kind of boxed myself in by accident. And like small rooms are kind of nice because you can, or small builds are kind of nice because you can get them done quicker. And like, not that that's a bad thing, but I don't necessarily want to spend 3-4 hours on every build that I do. Sometimes I just want to spend like an hour and a half. So, you know, small builds might be kind of a nice thing, different thing to try. So maybe there will be more of those in the future. I don't know. But yeah, so let me know down in the comments what you think of this build. If you like the beach house aesthetic, you know, whatever. Maybe I'll try to do more beach houses, maybe like beach apartments or something. I don't know, but there will be more coming. So, but I hope you guys have an awesome day. Yeah, just have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.